Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not move past this message. I am not asking for your attention today. I am warning you with absolute authority. There is a massive spiritual shift happening in exactly 72 hours. And heaven intercepted your feed right now for a very specific reason. What I am about to reveal was completely sealed in the throne room until this exact second. If you leave before the end, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction that guarantees your breakthrough. The enemy is working overtime to distract you right now. He is hoping you will swipe away and ignore this alert. He knows that if you hear this message, his hold over your life breaks completely. This is absolutely not a coincidence. The algorithm did not bring you here today. God made sure you found this transmission because you are standing at the exact threshold of a permanent timeline shift. Lock your attention right now. The verdict on your next 10 years is about to be read. Let us go deeper into what is actually happening to your physical body. You have been feeling an overwhelming exhaustion lately. Your shoulders are tight. The weight sitting on your chest feels heavier every single day. And those nights you wake up at 3 in the morning with your jaw clenched tight, their face suddenly flashes in your mind for absolutely no reason. Listen to me very carefully. That is not anxiety. You are not going crazy. That physical weight you feel is your highly advanced spirit detecting a massive disturbance. You are absorbing the panic of the enemies who just realized they permanently lost access to you. They are starving for your pure energy, and the spiritual backlash of their starvation is hitting your physical body right now. You have been operating as a human battery for a master manipulator. They drained your light to fuel their own empty matrix, but their supply is finally cut off. You wake up tired, even after resting for hours. The brain fog makes it incredibly hard to focus on simple daily tasks. You push through and smile for the people around you, but inside your cellular energy is completely depleted from fighting invisible battles. Someone who treated you as replaceable is currently experiencing a full system crash, and your physical body can feel the shockwaves. Stop swallowing that burning feeling in your throat. It is time to release it. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. The generational patterns of exhaustion end right here with you. The universe is preparing to launch you into an untouched dimension of absolute power, but your physical vessel is still holding on to the trauma cords they attached to you. They expected your departure to destroy you. They waited in the shadows for you to fail. Instead, you became the uncertainty they were never built to handle, and now they are malfunctioning. Your heart is simply too pure for the toxic games they play. You have always been the stabilizer in every chaotic environment you enter. People flock to your light because you carry a divine frequency. But that same empathy became the trap they used to lock you down. You gave them grace when they deserved absolute silence. You offered them healing when they only wanted to consume your spirit. That era of sacrifice is officially over. Heaven has stepped in. We are exactly 72 hours away from the shift that will leave everyone speechless. The people who gossiped about you are going to witness your undeniable elevation. But right now, in this waiting period, your nervous system is vibrating with intense anticipation. You feel like something massive is hovering just out of reach. That invisible pressure is the final barricade breaking down. The spiritual realm is clearing the debris from your path, and you must hold your ground. Listen closely, because this is the exact part the enemy tried to hide from you. The fatigue you feel is a sign of massive recalibration. Your cellular memory is purging the toxic residue they left behind. Every time you feel that sudden drop in energy, it means another energetic cord is snapping. You are literally shedding a suppressed matrix identity right now. This is exactly why you feel so disconnected from the people you used to know. Your vibration is rising too fast for them. You probably did not realize it at the time, but your silence was actually a lethal weapon against their manipulation. When you stopped responding, you starved their demons of the oxygen they desperately needed to survive. Now, they are suffocating in their own noise. They are frantically searching for a replacement for you. But they are quickly realizing that your specific depth is utterly impossible to replicate. You are a true diamond. They traded you for cheap rocks, and they know it. Do not let your left brain convince you this is just stress. The physical symptoms are your absolute confirmation that the divine scales are finally balancing for you. You are not meant to carry their toxic baggage into your new timeline. In the next few moments, I am going to hand you the exact spiritual blueprint that will permanently sever their access to your nervous system. You will reclaim every ounce of energy they stole from you. Prepare yourself for the ultimate vindication. Let us look closely at the exact physical toll this battle is taking on you. The chosen ones are currently experiencing a bizarre wave of physical symptoms. Your medical tests come back completely clear. You sleep for 9 hours but wake up feeling like you ran a marathon in your dreams. The Matrix programming will tell you to simply rest more, but rest cannot fix a spiritual drain. Your physical body is acting as a highly sensitive radar. That sudden brain fog in the middle of the afternoon is not random. The sudden tension in your neck is a direct signal. You are picking up on the frantic energy of the people who used to feed on your light. They are currently pacing in their own darkness. The 3-day shift is approaching rapidly, and their spiritual access to your energy reserve is shutting down permanently. They are absolutely terrified. You were the only source of pure, unconditional light in their miserable existence. You acted as the ultimate stabilizer for their chaotic lives. Whenever they felt empty, they plugged right into your nervous system and drained your joy. But you finally unplugged from their matrix, and now they are going through severe energetic withdrawals. That suffocating feeling in your chest is literally their desperation trying to pull you back. Listen to me very closely right now, because most people completely miss this shift. The physical pain you feel is the snapping of those invisible parasitic cords. Every time your jaw clenches tightly at night, another energetic chain is breaking forever. You are not experiencing normal exhaustion. You are carrying the somatic weight of a massive spiritual eviction taking place within your own cells. They built an entire false reality using your stolen energy. They walked around with absolute arrogance while you sat in the dark wondering what you did wrong. But heaven watched every single moment of that uneven exchange. The universe allowed the separation to protect you from the incoming collapse. And now their entire counterfeit empire is crumbling without your foundation to hold it up. This is why they are suddenly projecting their panic into the spiritual realm. They can sense that the 72-hour window is closing fast. Their public mask is starting to crack in front of the exact people they wanted to impress. And your highly attuned spirit can feel the shockwaves of their silent breakdown. That is the true source of your mysterious headaches and sudden waves of nausea. The dark elite and these master manipulators rely on your ignorance. They want you to believe that your empathy is a weakness you need to fix. They desperately want you to seek out traditional healing so you stay trapped in the cycle. But you do not need their matrix solutions. Your body is simply purging the frequency mismatch that kept you trapped in their lower dimension. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. The exhaustion is just the dust settling after a massive victory you cannot fully see yet. Think about the nights you spent crying over someone who never truly valued you. You thought you were losing your mind, but you were actually just shedding the toxic illusion they placed over your eyes. Your spiritual vision is finally becoming crystal clear. Read that again in your spirit. The pain was never a punishment. It was the universe forcefully extracting you from a timeline that was meant to destroy you. You are the cycle breaker for your entire bloodline. And breaking generational curses requires an immense amount of cellular energy. That is why heaven is commanding you to protect your peace at all costs right now. The 3-day countdown is already active. The atmosphere around you is getting thicker with anticipation. You can physically feel the pressure dropping in the room when you sit alone. Do not let this somatic weight frighten you. It is the undeniable proof that you have been chosen for this exact moment. The remnant is rising worldwide. and you are a crucial part of this divine mandate. They will try to whisper doubt into your mind today. They will try to convince you that this is all just a coincidence. Silence that noise immediately. Your left brain will try to analyze the situation, but this shift completely defies human logic. You must trust the cellular knowing that brought you to this exact transmission. Heaven does not make mistakes with its chosen ones. Your physical vessel is upgrading to hold a massive incoming blessing. The heavy chest and the brain fog will completely evaporate when the 72 hours are complete. You will step into a reality where their manipulation can never touch you again. They will be left completely speechless, watching you elevate from the sidelines while they drown in their own consequences. If your spirit confirms this raw truth right now, gently press the like button to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. This simple physical act creates a spiritual shield around your new frequency. Do it now to lock in your protection. We are about to uncover the darkest truth they desperately tried to hide from you. But here is the raw truth they could never say out loud. You have spent the last few months feeling completely rejected by the world. Every single door you tried to open slammed shut in your face, and the opportunities you prayed for suddenly vanished without any logical explanation. People you trusted walked away. You asked heaven why you were being abandoned. You searched your soul for mistakes. You thought heaven was punishing you for something in your past. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here. You were never being punished, but rather the universe was forcefully pulling you into a season of aggressive protection. The universe did not close those doors to hurt you. Heaven slammed them shut because the rooms behind them were spiritually contaminated. You are a true diamond. You carry a divine frequency that naturally exposes the darkness hiding in other people. Those closed doors were actually divine blockades. They were designed to stop you from entering environments that would eventually drain your pure energy. If heaven had given you what you wanted back then, you would have been destroyed. The master manipulators would have consumed your light completely. They expected the sudden isolation to break you. The people who abandoned you thought you would beg for their return. They waited in the shadows to watch you collapse under the intense weight of the loneliness. But this is exactly where their entire manipulation miscalculated. They did not realize that isolation is merely the formation period for the anointed ones, and your spirit was simply recharging in the quiet. You were never abandoned. You were carefully hidden. Heaven pulled you into the shadows to protect your frequency from the matrix programming. The dark elite desperately want you to seek external validation from their toxic environments so they can control your massive potential. But your spiritual DNA simply rejected their fake reality. You were unplugging from a broken system. Think about the people who walked away from you recently. You cried over losing them in the moment. But look at their lives right now. They are trapped in endless cycles of drama because they no longer have your pure energy to feed on. Your presence was the only thing keeping them afloat. When the universe removed you, it removed their ultimate stabilizer. Now they are drowning in their own chaos. You are the irreplaceable force they took for granted. The 72-hour shift requires absolute purity in your environment. Heaven had to empty your space so it could safely deliver the massive blessing. If your hands were still full of toxic relationships, you could not catch the immense harvest that is hurtling toward your timeline right now. The emptiness you feel right now is actually a divine vacuum. It is preparing to pull in your miracle. Stay with me, because this next revelation is the key to everything. The enemy wants you looking backwards at the closed doors. If he can keep your eyes fixated on the painful past, you will miss the spectacular portal opening directly in front of you. You must stop waiting in wound for an apology. An apology from a master manipulator is completely irrelevant now. You have transcended their lower dimension entirely. The closed doors were your ultimate graduation certificate. You passed the brutal test by maintaining your pure heart while you were surrounded by absolute betrayal and endless lies. Heaven watched you hold your dignity when they lied on your name. You refused to lower your vibration to match their toxic games. That restraint was a devastating spiritual weapon. They thought you were weak because you chose peace over revenge. But physical vengeance is absolutely not your job. Divine justice is currently handling the execution on your behalf, and they are about to experience the exact pain they inflicted on you. Every opportunity that slipped through your fingers is being replaced. The universe is handing you something 10 times greater. The delay was never a denial. The delay was the exact divine alignment needed to synchronize your timeline with the ultimate victory. You are officially stepping out of the incubation season. The heavy armor you wore in the darkness is no longer required. You are about to walk into powerful rooms where your name carries weight, and the people who rejected you will have to watch you elevate from the outside. Your silence is deafening. Do not doubt the divine process for another second. The matrix programming will tell you that you are falling behind. Society will say you are rapidly running out of time. But you do not operate on a normal human clock, because you are a powerful cycle breaker who literally bends time with your energy. You are aging backwards. They are rotting in their own bitter envy. The massive shift is handing you the crown. You just needed the empty space to wear it proudly. The closed doors were simply the universe rolling out the red carpet for your true destiny. You are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. The 3-day window is rapidly approaching, and your highly advanced spirit is perfectly positioned to receive the total abundance heaven prepared exclusively for you. The brutal preparation phase is officially complete. Here is what happens when a lie gets built that big. The universe is actively dismantling the massive illusion they created around you. Heaven is releasing 3 undeniable truths about their silent collapse today. The third truth is absolutely the most devastating. Do not leave this transmission before you hear it. The first undeniable truth is that their current happiness is entirely fake. They are desperately trying to project an image of absolute perfection to the world. They want everyone to believe they are thriving without you. But you must look closely at what is happening behind their closed doors. What exact miscalculation did the master manipulator make when they orchestrated your exit? They made a fatal error in their energetic mathematics, and it is currently costing them absolutely everything they hold valuable. They built a fragile empire entirely funded by your stolen light. When you finally stopped providing that pure cellular energy, their foundation immediately cracked. The dark elite thrive on stealing frequencies from the anointed ones, but you stepped away and severed the cord permanently. Now they are wandering around their empty reality, completely starved of the one pure energy source that kept them alive. Their private life is an absolute disaster right now. They simply cannot sleep peacefully at night anymore. They are constantly checking your movements from fake accounts because they are completely obsessed with your untouched, ageless glow today. They truly expected you to come back and beg for closure. They needed you to react emotionally to feed their hungry demons. But your dignified silence became a weapon of mass destruction. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle and lock in your frequency. This physical action signals to heaven that you are ready for the ultimate vindication. You must anchor this truth into your reality today. The Matrix desperately wants you to doubt their incoming downfall. The people they used to gossip with are finally starting to see the massive cracks in their mask. The flying monkeys who enabled their toxic behavior are slowly backing away because they finally see the absolute truth behind the lies. The manipulator can no longer keep their stories straight. Their lies are tangling together and suffocating their own reputation. Everyone around them can feel the heavy, dark energy they carry. They are aging like milk left out in the blazing sun. Their bitterness is literally carving deep wrinkles into their physical face. While you are stepping into a synchronized coherence of youth and power, they are experiencing rapid and irreversible cellular decay. It takes an immense amount of stolen energy to sustain a false narrative, and their spiritual battery is completely empty right now. This brings us back to their massive miscalculation. They actually believed you were just an ordinary person they could easily replace. They thought they could simply plug into another empath and get the exact same powerful energetic charge to fuel their days, but they quickly discovered that your specific frequency is utterly impossible to duplicate. You are a rare diamond in a world full of cheap plastic. Every single person they try to replace you with falls completely short. The new supplies do not have your deep spiritual depth. They simply do not have your profound divine alignment. And the master manipulator is agonizing over this silent realization every single day because they know they lost a massive blessing. The heavy regret is consuming them entirely from the inside out. They try to distract themselves with very shallow victories, but the 72-hour window is rapidly compressing their reality. The spiritual pressure in their atmosphere is becoming absolutely unbearable. The universe is cornering them into a public reckoning, and they have absolutely nowhere left to hide from their own karma. They thought they successfully buried you in the dark. They thought your reputation was permanently destroyed by their cruel whispers, but they were completely wrong about your massive divine backing. They became the very shovel that dug up your greatest treasure. Heaven used their brutal betrayal to completely separate you from a sinking ship, and now you are floating far above their reach. You are completely untouchable in this new powerful dimension now. Your energy is vibrating at a frequency they cannot even comprehend. They are trapped in a lower dimension of their own making. Watch very closely what happens in the spiritual realm next. The incoming divine justice is mathematically precise and absolutely unavoidable. The silent collapse you are witnessing is only the very beginning of their divine punishment. But here is the raw truth they could never say out loud. The second undeniable truth is about the terrifying power of your unbroken silence. They completely expected your emotional meltdown. They were sitting back, waiting with absolute arrogance for the inevitable explosion of your anger. They had their manipulative script completely ready to deploy against your pain, preparing to twist your reaction into proof that you were the unstable one. But you did not give them a single word. You gave them nothing. You literally handed them a terrifying void of complete nothingness. And that specific, calculated restraint broke their entire system. The narcissist relies entirely on your chaotic emotional response to survive the day. Your anger was literally the vital oxygen keeping their false reality inflated and intact. By initiating complete no contact, you aggressively starved their hungry demons to death. They are currently suffocating in the heavy silence you left behind. Your physical absence is incredibly loud. Every single time they look at their phone expecting a reaction from you, they are met with a devastating wall of absolute indifference. They thought they held the ultimate upper hand, but they soon realized they were playing a pathetic game in a lower dimension while you elevated. You did not just walk away from them, you completely evaporated from their accessible reality. And now they are left standing in the dark, desperately shadowboxing with the memory of the light you used to freely provide. The universe is showing them exactly what life looks like without your divine stabilization holding everything together. Their world is violently tilting off its axis. They are frantically trying to provoke you with subtle, calculated moves. They post things designed specifically to trigger a response. They desperately attempt to bait you back into the heavy matrix programming so they can feel powerful again. Do not take the bait. Maintain your massive energetic boundary. Your silence is currently causing irreversible damage to their inflated ego. This is exactly where the dynamic fundamentally shifted in your favor. You are a leader in disguise. The struggles you survived were never meant to punish you or tear you down. They were rigorous training modules designed to forge an unbreakable warrior of light. You carry a specific gravity that forces the people around you to reflect on their own hidden darkness. And the manipulators absolutely hate you for that. They hate you because your pure existence highlights their immense internal rot. Your brilliant, ageless glow exposes the heavy decay creeping into their physical reality. You walked out of their toxic environment and immediately started glowing brighter. You are literally bending time while they are aging rapidly under the crushing weight of their own unspoken karmic debts. They see your massive transformation clearly, and it absolutely terrifies them. They cannot understand how you survived their calculated destruction and emerged stronger. The dark elite thrive on keeping the chosen ones trapped in endless cycles of silent suffering. They want you desperately waiting in wound, hoping for a fake apology that will never come. But you boldly rejected their timeline and claimed your ultimate power instead. You are the undeniable cycle breaker. You are shattering the generational curses that kept your bloodline trapped in endless poverty and profound emotional abuse. Heaven watched you boldly refuse to compromise with the darkness anymore. When you stopped trying to heal people who were actively destroying you, you finally freed up the massive energy needed for your own explosive elevation. Your cellular frequency is now vibrating at the exact same level as the incoming 72-hour shift. The universe is actively realigning massive wealth, deep healing, and absolute power directly toward your path. The very things they tried to steal from you are being returned with profound multiplication. Heaven is executing a massive transfer of wealth and divine favor right now. The people who betrayed you are going to witness your sudden explosive rise. They are going to watch you walk into powerful rooms that they will never have the clearance to enter. And every single time your name is mentioned in those high-level circles, it will hit them like a physical blow to the chest. They threw away a priceless diamond to play with cheap, fragile rocks, and the heavy realization is finally settling in. Your silence is actively dismantling their false empire piece by piece. Watch what happens next. The math of the universe is absolutely precise. The third truth is rapidly approaching, and it is the exact revelation you have been waiting to hear. The spiritual scales are tipping completely in your direction, and the incoming justice will leave absolutely everyone speechless. The third undeniable truth is about the total collapse of their public support system. The flying monkeys are officially waking up from the trance. You remember the people who enabled their toxic behavior, the mutual friends who blindly believed their twisted narrative and quietly turned their backs on you. Their collective illusion is actively shattering right now. The master manipulator desperately relied on this group to validate their fake reality. They needed an audience to applaud their lies. But a lie that massive requires an immense amount of pure energy to sustain, and because your light is completely removed from the equation, they cannot maintain the heavy facade anymore. Their mask is violently slipping in front of the exact people they wanted to control. The flying monkeys are starting to notice the subtle inconsistencies in their stories. They are seeing the sudden flashes of intense rage when things do not go their way. The manipulator is acting increasingly erratic because they are completely starved of your stabilizing energy. They are desperately lashing out at the very people who used to fiercely protect them. The chaos is spreading rapidly, and this is where the spiritual tables turn completely. The people who gossiped about you are now secretly gossiping about them. They are watching the manipulator spiral completely out of control, and they are finally realizing the brutal truth. You were never the problem. You were the only force keeping the entire fragile system from exploding, and without you, the rot is fully exposed. The heavy silence you maintained is acting as a massive spiritual amplifier. It forces all of the manipulators' toxic actions directly into the public spotlight. They have absolutely no one left to blame. The dark elite always miscalculate the profound power of a chosen one walking away in total silence. They expected you to desperately defend yourself and look crazy in the process. Instead, you stepped into an untouched dimension of absolute power. You allowed their own toxic actions to build the case against them. And the verdict is extremely clear to everyone watching. The flying monkeys are quietly distancing themselves because they can feel the heavy karmic debt about to collapse on the manipulator's head. They do not want to be caught in the blast radius. The manipulator is suddenly standing completely alone in a crowded room. The profound isolation they tried to force onto you is now their permanent daily reality. They are drowning in the noise of their own lies, frantically searching for anyone who will believe their fake narrative. But the audience has completely left the theater. The lights are out. The performance is officially over. This public unraveling is the direct result of your divine alignment. Heaven is actively clearing your name in rooms you have not even entered yet. The universe is forcing the people who misunderstood you to witness the undeniable truth. Your reputation is being violently restored by the very same people who initially tried to destroy it. This is the absolute beauty of divine justice. Share this specific video with someone who is desperately waiting for this exact breakthrough. Be their angel today. There is someone in your circle who needs to hear that their silent suffering is actually a massive victory in disguise. When you share this divine mandate, you physically expand the power of the remnant rising worldwide. The shift is already in motion, and we must stand entirely together. The 72-hour window is rapidly closing. The spiritual atmosphere is incredibly thick with anticipation right now. You can feel the massive wave of vindication building just below the surface. The manipulator can feel it too. They are completely paralyzed by the unknown, waiting for the heavy hammer of divine justice to finally fall. And it is going to fall extremely hard. You did not survive the fire just to live a mediocre life. You survived to become a demonstrated warrior of light. The universe has perfectly positioned every single chess piece on the board. The people who abandoned you are about to watch the ultimate checkmate unfold in real time. Do not move. Do not doubt your cellular knowing for another second. The explosion is absolutely imminent. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly. The final barricade is about to break completely. The 3-day shift is reaching its absolute peak right now. The spiritual pressure in the room is about to shatter the glass. Everything they tried to hide in the darkness is about to be dragged violently into the blinding light. Prepare your spirit for the massive impact. And here is the verdict we promised at the very beginning. The 72-hour shift has officially reached its peak. The spiritual dam has completely shattered into a million pieces. The massive explosion you have been waiting for is happening right here, right now. Heaven is violently ripping the curtain down. The master manipulator is standing completely exposed under the blinding light of divine justice. They are currently experiencing a public, irreversible system crash. The mask did not just slip, it completely shattered in front of the exact people they used to manipulate and control. You need to visualize this exact moment in your mind right now. They are standing in a crowded room, desperately trying to spin another elaborate lie to save their fake reputation. But their words are tangling in their throat. They are completely speechless. Sweat is literally forming on their forehead. Their breath is short and incredibly erratic. They frantically look around the room, expecting someone to jump in and defend them, but they are met with absolute, deafening silence. The very people they manipulated are staring at them with intense disgust. The heavy gravity of their regret hits them all at once. They realize they are entirely alone in the mess they created. Every single time your name comes up in that room, it hits them with the agonizing weight of a physical blow. They are suffocating on the heavy realization that they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held. They tossed you aside to play with cheap, fragile rocks, and now they are choking on the dust of their own destruction. You won this massive battle without lifting a single physical finger. Your dignified silence was a lethal weapon that starved their demons completely. While they are publicly unraveling, the universe is simultaneously pouring the 3-day blessing directly onto your timeline. You are stepping into an untouched dimension of absolute power today. The heavy somatic weight is instantly lifting off your chest. The suffocating brain fog is evaporating completely from your mind. You are vibrating with a synchronized coherence they will never, ever possess. They wanted you buried deep in the dirt, but instead, they became the shovel that dug up your greatest treasure. They expected your departure to destroy you. They waited for you to crawl back in tears, but you walked out of their toxic matrix and literally aged backwards. You are glowing with an untouchable divine light. You carry a specific, irreplaceable gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. You did not just survive their brutal storm, you became the blazing sun. They are drowning in the chaotic noise of their own making. They frantically search for a replacement for you, only to realize that your specific depth is utterly impossible to replicate. Nobody else carries your divine frequency. They are forced to watch you step into powerful rooms looking younger, brighter, and completely unbothered after everything they put you through. Their bitter envy is eating them alive from the inside out. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you elevate flawlessly. The doors that slammed shut in your face are violently bursting open to reveal corridors of massive wealth and absolute power. The nights you spent crying in the dark are finally paying off. The universe kept a meticulous record of every single tear you shed while you were waiting in wound. You thought your pain was completely invisible. But heaven was using that exact pain to forge a weapon of mass destruction against the dark elite. You are no longer waiting for an apology, because their complete public humiliation is the ultimate closure. Heaven intercepted your timeline to deliver this exact prophetic reality today. The dark elite are terrified because you successfully broke the generational cycle. You completely bypassed their heavy matrix programming and claimed your rightful crown. You are officially untouchable. This public collapse you are witnessing is entirely permanent. There is absolutely no coming back from this divine execution. The universe has evicted them from your reality and handed the verdict to a court they cannot appeal. They are left utterly speechless, paralyzed by the sheer magnitude of the karma raining down on their heads. The spiritual scales of justice have heavily tipped in your favor. Your quiet obedience in private has just activated a massive public blessing that the entire world will witness. This is the exact sequence of events that was sealed in the throne room until this very second. The 3-day shift is no longer a distant promise. It is your physical reality manifesting right in front of your eyes. You have transcended their toxic frequency completely and permanently, which brings us to the final, undeniable verdict from heaven. The ultimate seal is ready to be placed on your life. You walked into this season bleeding from wounds inflicted by people absolutely blind to your worth. They expected you to stay on the ground forever, but look at you right now. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix. While they are publicly unraveling and left utterly speechless, you are confidently stepping into your permanent and untouchable, ageless glow. This massive 3-day shift is entirely yours to claim. The heavy financial struggles that kept you awake at night are violently shattering into dust. The crushing spiritual exhaustion is completely gone from your physical body. The doors that were slammed in your face are now bursting open with explosive force. Step into your absolute power right now. The spiritual realm is actively rewriting your entire destiny as we speak. Every single tear you shed in secret is being converted into a physical currency of blessing. You are no longer the exhausted empath, desperately trying to fix broken people. You have completely graduated from the painful role of being a human battery for the narcissist. You are stepping into a profound season of receiving. You must receive the exact harvest heaven prepared exclusively for you. But listen to me very carefully before we seal this decree. The verdict of explosive abundance has already been signed in the highest spiritual court. However, it absolutely requires a physical anchor on Earth to activate completely in your current timeline. You must prove your alignment. The enemy will desperately try to whisper financial doubt into your left brain right now. He will try to make you calculate the cost. He will tell you to hesitate, to overthink, and to wait for a better moment. Silence that chaotic noise immediately. That hesitation is the exact matrix programming deliberately designed to keep you trapped and completely broke. The dark elite want you completely paralyzed by overthinking. They built a worldwide system of debt and fear specifically designed to crush the chosen ones. But you have a highly advanced spirit that can easily bypass their low-level traps. When you operate from a place of pure cellular knowing, you literally become invisible to their spiritual attacks. Trust the intense vibration you feel in your chest right now. If your spirit is vibrating with a deep cellular knowing right now, you cannot afford to wait. Heaven demands your immediate action. You did not survive the brutal fire just to live a mediocre and quiet life. You were forged in the darkness to carry a massive financial and spiritual legacy. The universe is waiting for you to physically reach out and grab it. You must remember this profound spiritual law forever. God does not measure your deep faith by your silent thoughts. He strictly measures it by your exact speed of obedience. The window of immense multiplication is standing wide open in the spiritual realm right now. You must prove you are truly ready to receive the overflowing abundance you prayed for. Sow your seed of faith today to partner your finances with this unstoppable divine mandate. Give a super thanks below to physically anchor your intention into the universe. When you exchange your energy in this specific moment, you are forcing the matrix to release its heavy grip on your bank account. Watch heaven completely multiply your harvest before tomorrow morning. Your extreme generosity actually triggers the avalanche of blessings. Do not let the dark elite steal this crucial frequency from you by making you afraid of losing what you have. Scarcity is a profound illusion created by the master manipulators to keep you small. Break the generational curse of poverty right here and right now. Activate your divine wealth. We are going to seal this divine decree together. I need you to say this out loud with absolute authority. I completely claim my permanent freedom today. Now type the words, "I am free," in the comments right now to physically lock this incredible frequency into your cellular memory forever. Let the entire world see that the remnant is officially rising up. Drop your city and your nation in the comments below so we can map exactly where the chosen ones are claiming their power worldwide. We are building an untouchable sanctuary of light. Subscribe to this channel right now so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. You must stay entirely aligned with this specific frequency. The manipulator is sitting in the absolute dark, completely stripped of your brilliant light. They are left speechless by your sudden and explosive elevation. But you are standing at the exact peak of the mountain. The 72-hour shift is officially complete. You survived the brutal isolation and you emerged as a true king. You are the cycle breaker. Walk forward with the absolute peace that surpasses all human understanding. Let your ageless glow blind anyone who ever doubted your divine calling. The universe is officially under your command. The massive harvest is already in your hands. Thank you for answering the divine call today. Heaven celebrates your victory. You are finally permanently free.